Hi guys, Rusty here. Yep, put the shocks on. Wasn't a very big deal at all. Just popped the old shocks off. 2 bolts aside, so 4 bolts hold them. Put the relocation bracket on there. Started the bolts. Then left them kind of loose, and then put the shocks on and left everything loose. And then stepped through all the bolts and tightened them all at the same time. That way you don't get anything bound up by doing anything like tightening one before the other, or one side versus the other side. Use my trusty floor jack under there. Yep, there it is. To jack my wheel up and down to line the shocks up and make them happen. And yeah, pretty painless. It was just like it was the first time I did them, and except I added a bracket to it. And man, that relocation brackets are really nice on these, because I've had the relocation brackets from like eBay, because before I lowered my bike the first time, actually going with the progressive shocks, I had tried it out with the relocation bracket and the factory shocks just to see what I thought about the height, which the height helped a lot. So I ended up ordering the 1 inch shorter shocks, and Super Shocks has put me on factory length shocks with a lowering kit for rideability and to have more suspension travel. And you actually gain 1 inch of suspension travel over the stock shocks anyways, but with going the factory length I got 3 inches instead of 2, so that's going to make a big improvement from what I understand. It makes sense to me. More travel means more cushion. But like I say, so far I really like the relocation brackets. I mean, I hadn't rode it yet, so I hadn't got a feel for how they feel yet, and I'll do a video on that as well. But the install was pretty painless. Took me about, I don't know, 30 minutes probably. Most of it was getting the motorcycle up in the air on the jack, and getting the floor jack moved into the garage so I could jack the rear wheel up and down. I don't know if you use the same kind of jack as I use. I don't have a table right now. I mean, I have a table, but I don't have it in my garage. It was one that was given to me by a buddy of mine, so I got to do some work to it, or buy parts possibly. But anyways, whenever you get them up on a regular motorcycle jack, one suggestion I have that I always do on this bike, especially when I'm trying to take a wheel on and off, block the other side. Put something up under the front wheel, because that way when it gets teetery and you're pulling the wheel off, if it makes it too light on the one end, you don't want it to slide off the front. I also use a tie strap and tie strap my motorcycle to my lift, and that helps a lot too. But yeah, I always put I have like an ammo can, metal style military ammo can, and I just jack it up enough that I can slide that under the front tire while I'm working on the rear tire. And if I'm changing the front tire, I do the same thing. I move it to the back tire, so when I remove the tire, or if I'm sitting there messing with the bike, I don't knock it off the stand myself. Just a little tip. I mean, I'm sure if you've worked around these enough, you probably already figured that out. But anyways, guys, that's what kind of where we're at, and that's the update. I'm probably going to get it down off this lift and probably take it for a little tool around the neighborhood. Go up to my local watering hole anyways. It's kind of chilly. It was 27 degrees this morning, so I haven't been really messing around too much or really riding a whole lot, but we're going to get it out and try it out anyways. So if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll talk to you next time.